Sir, your mic is off.
Sir, your mic is off.
Yeah. Could you able to listen me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
From thermal expansion of gases, minimum you will get one question, right? This is a minimum. But sometimes you may get even more than that also. Two questions. 1 to 2 questions is the weightage of this topic. Expansion of gases. It is very important. These concepts we will use everywhere in the physics, not only in this topic. Okay. So in the expansion of gases, first you studied about the Boyle's law. Boyle's law. What is Boyle's law? At constant temperature, the pressure of the given mass of gas is inversely proportional to volume. Or at constant temperature, volume of the given mass of gas is inversely proportional to the pressure. At constant temperature, pressure of the given mass of gas is inversely proportional to volume. So you cross multiply that, you can take PV is equal to constant, you can write, or you can write it as P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2, you can write. This is Boyle's law. It is mathematical form of the Boyle's law. Please note down. Please note down Boyle's law. Boyle's law. At constant temperature, you need not to take any statements, my dear students. Pressure of the given mass of gas inversely proportional to the volume. If you remove this proportionality symbol, you can take one proportionality constant. So hence you can say PV is equal to constant. And you can write P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2, you can write. If you plot a graph between P and V, what is the shape of the graph? How P and V are related? They are inversely proportional. P and V are inversely proportional. So therefore you will get a graph like this. Not only at here, everywhere. In all the, if you draw the graph between any two physical quantities which are inversely proportional to one another, you will get a graph like this. For example, inductance, capacitive inductance, Xc is equal to 1 by omega C. Mean capacitive inductance and capacitance are inversely proportional. Again, that graph is again this type of graph only you will get. This is the graph between pressure and volume. If you take the graph between pressure and 1 by V, so P directly proportional to 1 by V. Therefore, you will get a straight line passing through the origin. Please take that. You will get a straight line. Draw this also, draw this also. Graphs are very important. Minimum you will get 2 questions based on the graphs ray. Minimum 2 questions. It may be from any chapter. Please note down that also. If you plot the graph between pressure and volume, PV, the product of PV what indicates? Product of PV is nothing but energy ray. You see this pressure and volume. Pressure is nothing but force by area. This is volume. Volume I can write it as force by area. Volume is equal to area into length. Area is cancelled. Force into distance. Work it is. Work or energy it is. So the product of PV is always indicates energy. Please be remember, my dear students. So PV and P or V liye to, either P or V liye to, you will get a graph like this. Straight line. You will get a graph like this. Straight line you will get. P or V. And this is in this direction you are taking PV. You will get a graph like this. Shall I rub it, my dear students? Next, you should know what is meant by pressure. General formula for pressure. General expression for pressure. Very important, right? You have taken already this pressure P is equal to HDG. Pressure P is equal to HDG. How you are getting that? Pressure is equal to force by area. Force F is equal to mg. Mass is equal to volume into density. Volume is equal to area into length or height. So AA is cancelled. You are getting HDG. The general formula for pressure is P is equal to HDG, where H is height of the liquid column, D is density of the liquid column, and G is acceleration due to gravity. So please you can note down this. The general formula for pressure is P is equal to HDG. वो कैसे आया ये भी लिखो. Write down this also. You know that pressure is equal to force by area. Force is nothing but mg. Mass is nothing but volume into density. Volume is nothing but area into length or height or distance, anything. Area is cancelled, HDG. H, height of the liquid column. Height or depth, anything. Height of the liquid. D, density of the liquid. G is acceleration due to gravity, you know that. D is density of the liquid, G is acceleration due to gravity. Shall I repeat, my dear students? Any
No,
doubt?
sir, 1 minute.
लिखने के बाद बताना है मेरे को.
Done, sir.
और कौन भी नहीं लिखे तो बताना है. सर आप प्लीज वेट 1 मिनट बोल के बताओ आप. ओके. What is the value of 1 atmospheric pressure rate? 1 atmosphere is equal to 76 centimeter of Hg. 1 atmosphere is equal to 76 centimeter of Hg, which is nothing but 10.10 meter of water. You can measure atmospheric pressure in any way. Re. Pressure P is equal to HDG. Re. So H1D1 is equal to H2D2. अगर आपने mercury लिए तो this is 76 centimeter. 1 centimeter is 10 power minus 2. Density of mercury is 13.6 gram per cc. 13.6 into 10 cube आते हैं. I don't know what is the height of the water column. Density of the water column is you can take it as 1 gram per cc, which is nothing but 1000 kg per meter cube. Okay, ये कैसे आया वो भी आपको पता चलना है. You know that H1D1, HD is constant, P is equal to HDG, P is equal to HDG, G is constant, H1D1 is equal to H2D2. So you can take height of the mercury column, density of mercury column is equal to height of the water column into density of water column. What is height of mercury? 76 centimeter of Hg. I want to take in SI system. 76 into 10 power minus 2 meters. What is density of mercury? You have to remember all these values. Density of mercury is 13.6 gram per cc rate. This is the value of density of mercury. You convert into kg per meter cube. This is 13.6 into 10 cube kg per meter cube. And what is density of water? Density of water is 1 gram per cc. Already मैंने last class में बताया ये, which is nothing but 1000 kg per meter cube. Please remember all these things. Density of mercury is 13.6 into 10 cube आते. Height of water column I don't know that. Okay, density of water column is 10 cube. 1 gram per cc, because all I want to take in SI system. This plus 3 is cancelled. Just you calculate all this. This is only height. This is you are getting height of the water column. You calculate this. 13.6 into 76. 6 6 are 36. 3. Six 3 is 18 plus 3, 21. 2. 6 1 are 6 plus 2, 8. 7 6 are 42. 4. 7 3 are 21 plus 4, 25. 2. 7 1 are 7 plus 2, 9. 6. This is you are getting 3. This is you are getting 13. This is you are getting 10. Decimal is after only one digit. Therefore, height of the water column you are getting 1033.6 into 10 power minus 2 meters. अगर ये -2 को इधर निकाल दिए तो this is 10.33 है, 10.33 meter of water. 10.3 is nearly 10, so therefore nearly 1 atmosphere pressure is equal to 10 meter of water. Please note down this. Please note down this. किसी को इसमें कुछ भी डाउट है क्या? कुछ भी डाउट है तो पूछो आप लोग.
So,
Tell me.
what is
Tell me.
blue here?
What?
Hello, sir. I'm audible.
Your voice is cracking, madam. I could not able to hear you properly. I could not able to hear you properly. Still any doubt, my dear students? Or you send message, madam? You send message? Starting box में message भेजो. I will see that and I will tell you. और किसी को कुछ भी डाउट है क्या?
No, sir.
This one. And also the value of this is also not in SI system. This is also not in SI system. The value of atmospheric pressure is 1.013 into 10 to the power of 5 Pascal. This is right. वो भी कैसे आया? Pressure P is equal to HDG. H is equal to, if you take in mercury, 76 centimeter of mercury. Density is 13.6 gram per cc. G is equal to 9.8. Already this is 10.33 आया इधर तक, 1033 आया इधर तक आपको. 1033 into 9.8 लिए तो और पावर्स भी लिए तो, which is you will get 1.013 into 10 to the power of 5 Pascal. This is the SI unit of pressure. SI unit of pressure is this way. But हम लोग we take like this also, like this also, like this also. But generally we use this. Please note down this also. Sir, why I have to take this? I want to take this water. You take water, 10.3 density of water 1010 cube into G is 9.8. To do like that, then also you will get the same thing only. Then also you will get same thing only. This is the value of the atmospheric pressure. Please remember this, my dear students. It's a very important one. Next, this is one container. This is one container. its volume is V1. This is another container. This is one container. This is another container. The volume of the container is V1. It is filled with a gas which is at a pressure P1. This is another container whose volume is V2, which is filled with a gas which is at a pressure P2. Consider two vessels of volumes V1 and V2 in which same gas, same type of gas is filled. One is at a pressure P1 and other is at a pressure P2. If these two are connected by means of a narrow tube, then what happens? Assume that P1 is greater than P2 because they are at different pressures. If they are at different pressures, mean one is at high pressure and other is at low pressure. Assume that P1 is more than P2. So in the beginning, say its volume is 1 liter, it is at a pressure 2 atmosphere. Say its volume is 2 liter, it is at a pressure 1.5 atmosphere. Therefore, this is at high pressure. When two vessels are connected by means of a narrow glass tube, then the gas flows from high pressure to low pressure, until their pressures are becomes equal. What is the common pressure of this combination? Assume that this process is taking place at a constant temperature. Okay, so according to this law, PV before connecting is equal to PV after connecting. Before connecting PV क्या है? Either P1 V1 plus either P2 V2 है. Before connecting. After connecting, let these two will be at a pressure P. Let these two, so the gas blows from high pressure to low pressure until their pressures are becomes equal. Let the common pressure of this combination is P or PC, where PC is common pressure. Now this is also at PC, this is also at PC. PC V1 plus PC V2 you can take PC common, you will get V1 plus V2 you will get. This is equal to P1 V1 plus P2 V2. Therefore, common pressure PC is equal to P1 V1 plus P2 V2 by V1 plus V2. This is the expression for common pressure. Write down. Write down. When two vessels, separate point, when two vessels maintained at different pressures, when two maintained at different pressures, when two vessels maintained at different pressures, when they are connected by means of narrow tube.
Sir, repeat again.
When two vessels maintained at different pressures, when two vessels maintained at different pressures and they are connected by means of narrow tube, and they are connected by means of narrow tube, and they are connected by means of narrow tube, then gas blows from high pressure to low pressure, then gas blows from high pressure to low pressure until their pressures are becomes equal. Until their pressures are becomes equal. Until their pressures are becomes equal. Next, separate point. Two vessels of volumes. Separate point. Two vessels of volumes V1 comma V2. Two vessels of volumes V1 comma V2 containing a gas containing a gas at a pressures P1 and P2 respectively. At a pressures P1 and P2 respectively. Full stop. If they are joined by means of narrow glass tube, if they are joined by means of narrow glass tube, find common pressure of the combination. Find common pressure of the combination. Alright, this is the question which is given many times in the different competitive exams. Right? Find common pressure of the combination. You draw this diagram. This is before connecting. Its volume is its pressure. It is filled with gas which is at a pressure P1. This is volume V2 which is filled with gas at pressure P2. When these two are connected, let common pressure is this much. इसका pressure decrease होता, इसका pressure increase हो जाते, so that until their pressures are becomes equal in both the containers, till the time the gas is blows from one vessel to the other vessel. You must remember this expression, my dear students. PV of the combination before connecting is equal to PV of the combination after connecting. इसमें किसी को कुछ भी डाउट है तो पूछ सकते हैं. If you have any doubt, you can raise your doubt, my dear student. Shall I repeat, my dear students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Daniel complete किया?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Next, take it as a separate point. So Boyle's class says that PV is equal to constant, but you also know that volume is equal to mass by density. Volume, V stands for volume. Volume is equal to density is equal to mass by volume. Volume is equal to mass by density. So mass of a gas is always remains constant. Therefore, pressure is directly proportional to density, which is also very much important, useful expression in solving the problems. Pressure is directly proportional to density. This is density. Please write down this. Take it as a separate point. Take it as a separate point. समझ में आया? नेक्स्ट, applications of Boyle's law. उसमें नंबर 1, quill tube. Quill tube. Okay, what is actually quill tube? Quill tube बोले तो रे, this is a glass tube in which air column is trapped. This is an air column. इधर से इधर air column है. This is mercury. This is mercury. And other end is opened. Other end is not closed. समझ में आया ना? So a narrow glass tube in which column is trapped, that is called quill tube. Write down quill tube. A narrow glass tube. A narrow glass tube. A narrow glass tube in which air column is trapped. In which air column is trapped. In which air column is trapped is called quill tube. Is called quill tube. Generally, Boyle's law is PV is equal to constant rate. In the quill tube, what we will do is P into volume is equal to area into length. But you know that area of cross section of the remains constant at constant temperature. So at constant temperature, A is constant. A do not change. Therefore, PL is equal to constant बोल के लेते. In quill tube, we take the pressure acting on the air column and the length of the air column is remains constant always. Please note down. Please write down this. PV is equal to constant. Volume is equal to area into length. At constant temperature, area is also constant. Area do not change. If temperature increase हो गई तो area increase हो सकता है. Temperature decrease हो गई तो area of cross section decrease होता. But here I am taking temperature is constant. When temperature is constant, area of the cross section of the tube do not change. Therefore, you will take PL is equal to constant. This is the expression which you will use. Okay ना? इसमें some special cases है. All of you written, my dear students?
Yes, sir.
इसमें अभी the open end of the quill tube, मैं आप लोगों को थोड़ा अच्छा दिखाने के लिए थोड़ा लंबा ले रहे मैंने. I am taking a little bigger one. This is a quill tube I am taking. The open end of the quill tube is vertically upwards, and this is I am taking mercury column. This is I am taking mercury column. Assume that it is of height h. Let us assume that length of the air column is L1. Here length of the air column is L1. Now, what are the forces acting on this? You tell me. This is in equilibrium. This is in equilibrium. For example, if you tilt like this, length of the air column changes, means that pressure is changes. If you tilt like this, pressure is different, length of the air column is different. You can tilt open end is downward also. Let us consider a quill tube whose open end is vertically upwards and the height of the mercury column is Hg and the length of the air column trapped is, say, it is L1. Then what are the forces acting on it? One is the pressure in it is acts upwards. Let the pressure in it is, say, P1. The pressure is acts upwards. Right? Pressure is always acts towards the center of the body. ये डायरेक्शन में प्रेशर ये वैसे होता. एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर, हियर द प्रेशर इज बिकॉज इट इज ओपन, इट इज एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर. फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ यू कंसीडर द रूम, a classroom or a room in your house, in that room, if windows, doors, everything is opened, the pressure inside that room is equal to atmospheric pressure. Why? Because air can blow freely from the room to the surroundings or from the surroundings to the room. So therefore, an open container will always be at atmospheric pressure. It's a very, 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 very important point, right? An open container will always be at atmospheric pressure. Therefore, pressure at this point will is P naught, but it is a closed one. So ये closed हो गया. Closed में pressure क्या हो जाता है? For example, in the same room, if you consider where you are considering your reading room, in your reading room, assume that you are closed all the doors, windows, ventilators, everything. Everything you are closed. Do you think that the pressure inside that closed room is again equal to the atmospheric pressure?
No.
Tell me. No. Is it more than atmospheric pressure or less than atmospheric pressure? It is more than atmospheric pressure or less than atmospheric pressure? Kaumuti, what is your answer? You have to say something. Not answering. Murdula, what you will say, madam? No, none of you are saying anything. Simply you are sitting like that.
More than atmospheric pressure.
Yes. The pressure inside the room, closed room, is more than atmospheric pressure. Why more than atmospheric pressure? Because in that container, in that closed room, air is there. The air will produce certain pressure. The air will produce certain pressure. Therefore, in an open container, the pressure is equal to atmospheric pressure. But in the closed container, pressure is equal to atmospheric pressure plus pressure due to that air column or gas column, whichever gas which you are taking, that gas column it is. समझ में आया ना? So therefore, what are the forces acting on this column? One is weight of this mercury column is acting downwards, and the force due to atmospheric pressure is acting downwards, and force due to this pressure is acting upwards. So on this, one is weight is acting downwards. This is you are taken mercury column, and atmospheric pressure is also acting downwards. Okay na? Force due to atmospheric pressure. This is weight. This is force due to the atmosphere. It also acts downwards, and force due to this closed column will act upwards. So under equilibrium, F upward is equal to F downward. Atmospheric force is equal to pressure into area. Here pressure is I am taking as P1. P1 into A you can take it. This is equal to P1A. Here mass you can write it as volume into density you can write. Mass you can write it as volume into density. Volume you can write it as H plus H, where H is I am taking as atmospheric pressure here, into dG or rho g you can take, which is plus P naught A you can write. Therefore, the pressure in it here, what is the pressure at this point? Pressure at this point is equal to, you will get it as H plus H into L you will get. That is the pressure which you are getting in the open tube, my dear students. समझ में आए ना? Are you following, my dear students, or not? Once again I will explain it, need not to worry. Mass is equal to volume into density into gravity. Pressure P is equal to H rho g. A I am getting here. Volume is also equal to H rho g. Volume is equal to, I am taking this. Here also you can take height. Or atmospheric pressure you can take it as H. P is equal to H rho g into A. Okay na? Here volume is equal to, mass is equal to volume into density. Volume into density. Here volume I can write it as height into area. This height into this area is the volume of this mercury column, rho G plus H rho G A into P1 into A you are getting. This A is cancelled. Again you take rho is common. Therefore P1 is equal to, you can take it as H plus H into rho G you can write. Then what is the height of the length of the air column? You want to get length of the air column. This is the length of the air column you will get. Therefore, length of the air column you will get it as H plus H you will get. So this is the when open end of the quill tube is vertically upwards. Listen once again, my dear students. Consider a quill tube whose open end is vertically upwards. Let H be the height of the mercury column. Small h is the height of the mercury column. And P naught is atmospheric pressure, or even you can take H also atmospheric pressure you can take. Then pressure at here definitely will be more because it is a closed part. In this closed part, let us assume that length of the air column is you are taking as L1. Okay now. So then what you can take? The forces acting on this column are, this is in equilibrium position. It is in equilibrium position means the weight of this mercury column is acting downwards. Force due to the atmospheric pressure is acting downwards. And force due to this pressure is acting upwards, because pressure is always acts towards the center of the body. At here the pressure forces acts downwards, at here pressure forces acts upwards. In equilibrium position, F upward is equal to F downward. So pressure is force is equal to pressure into area. You know that pressure is equal to force by area. Therefore force is equal to pressure into area I can take. But here I am taken pressure is P1. P1 into A is equal to, you can take like this. This atmospheric pressure means P naught into A I can write. P naught I am writing it as, okay na, H rho G I am writing this is I am writing it as H rho G I am writing like this. And A I am cancelling in all the sides. Therefore you will get P1 is equal to H plus H you will get. This is mercury. This is nothing but H plus H centimeter of Hg you can write. H plus H centimeter of Hg. So this is the pressure which is acting on this air column. What is the pressure which is acting on this air column? H plus H is the pressure which is acting on the air column it is. इसमें किसी को कुछ भी डाउट है my dear students? So P2 is at less than atmospheric pressure.
Done, sir.
Next, third one. If quill tube in horizontal position, if quill tube in horizontal position, ऐसे ले ले रहे मैंने quill tube को भी. This is the open end I have taken like this. Here mercury column I am taking here. This pressure P naught will act like this. This pressure P3 will act like this. No vertical force. समझ में आए ना? So therefore P3 into A must be equal to P naught into A. A is cancelled. Therefore P3 is equal to P naught. Assume that length of the air column is second time is L3, third time is L3. L3 is length of the air column. L3 is length of the air column. T3 is the pressure. This pressure is equal to how much? Atmospheric pressure only. This pressure is equal to atmospheric pressure only. Next, last one. If quill tube, all of you completed, my dear students?
Yes.
Suppose, let us consider a quill tube like this now. This is a quill tube. This is a quill tube. Open end of the quill tube is upward, and the quill tube is tilted by making an angle theta with the vertical. This angle is theta I am taking. Now you will get the like this. This is mercury column length. You will get like this. This is called length of the mercury column. This is called height of the mercury column. So very, very important point. Write down. First write down this. On tilting the quill tube, on tilting the quill tube, the height of the mercury column remains constant. The height of the mercury column remains constant, but length of the mercury column is changes. But length of the mercury column is changes. But length of the mercury column is changes. What is this length of the mercury column? This is theta, right? This angle is 90 minus theta. So if you take one diagram like this angle, in this triangle, this angle is 90 minus theta you will get, because this is 90. These two are perpendicular, right? This line and this line are perpendicular. These two are perpendicular. This is theta, mean this is 90 minus theta. Therefore, this is again theta you will get. This is h you are getting. What is its component in this direction? You will get h cos theta. Its component in this direction is h cos theta. This is h cos theta. Its component in this direction is how much? H sin theta. Mean you have to consider this is the length of the mercury column is nothing but h cos theta you can take. So now open end is upwards. Then pressure is equal to how much you will get? H plus h cos theta. The pressure, if you take P4, this is the fourth case, then h plus h cos theta centimeter of Hg. Directly you take. Why I am taking this? Array, in the vertically upward direction, the height of the mercury column, this is called height, and the length of the mercury column are same. Height of the mercury column and length of the mercury column are same when open end of the quill tube is upwards. But when quill tube is tilted by making certain angle theta, this is the height of the mercury column and this is the length of the mercury column. Height and length are not same. So length of the mercury column you will get, h cos theta you will get. So therefore pressure P is equal to h plus h cos theta centimeter of Hg. Please note down this. And in this case you take this is length of the air column as L4 here. You take L4 here. Atmospheric pressure H is acting anyhow downwards only. Now this liquid column, how much liquid column? H cos theta. That H cos theta is also applying force on this air column. Therefore net pressure on this trapped air column is H plus H cos theta. Very, 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 very important. ये H cos theta कैसे आया मालूम है ना? This is H ray. This is H. This is L. Almost अरे ये smaller one लिए तो these two are equal ray. You don't get this much bigger. This is theta, mean this is 90 minus theta. This angle is 90 minus theta, mean this is theta. If you resolve this into rectangular components, in this direction h cos theta, in this direction h sin theta, you will get. Therefore, the component of the mercury column in the direction of the pressure is you are getting h cos theta, you are getting. Therefore, pressure which is acting inside the air column is, suppose if it is P4, that P4 is equal to h plus h cos theta, you will get. Suppose if it is vertically upwards, theta is 0 degrees. Upward, theta is 0 degrees, because I am measuring the angle with vertical only. Na? If it is completely upwards, so then theta is 0 degrees. Cos 0 is equal to how much? 1. Therefore, h plus h only you are getting. समझ में आया नहीं आया?
So can you explain that again, please? H cos theta.
This is one
So the value of h
resolution
cos
of
theta.
vectors. The resolution of vectors. If r bar is a vector, makes an angle theta. What is its horizontal component? R cos theta. What is its vertical component? R sin theta. This is your studied in vectors. Again, you will study here also in vectors. If a vector r bar makes an angle theta with x-axis, what is its horizontal component? R cos theta. Vertical component R sin theta. This is a vector making an angle theta. What is its horizontal component? For this is adjacent side. Therefore, adjacent side is always cos function. Therefore, this is h cos theta, this is h sin theta. Therefore, this much length is equal to h cos theta. It is already atmospheric pressure is there. H plus h cos theta, you have to take this. अभी समझ में आया?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So with all these equations, what I can write is, with all these equations, I can write P1 L1 is equal to P2 L2 is equal to P3 L3 is equal to P4 L4. I can write. What is you have taken P1 H plus H L1. P2 is what? H minus H L2. What is P3 H L3? This is equal to what you got? H plus H cos theta L4. Because all these you have taken at a constant temperature only. At constant temperature, according to Boyle's law, in the quill tube, PL is constant. Therefore, you can use. You may get a question based on this also. Question kaise aate? When open end of the quill tube is vertically upwards, the length of the air column trapped is L1. If open end of the quill tube is vertically downwards, the length of the air column becomes L2. Then what is the value of the atmospheric pressure, or what is the value of the height of the mercury column? This is the question you will get. So H plus H by H minus H is equal to L2 by L1 you are getting. Componendo dividendo, H by H is equal to L2 plus L1 by L2 minus L1 you will get. By this you will get any one of the value, either capital H or small h you will get. Write down. Write a question. When open end of the quill tube is vertically upwards, you take this as a very, 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 very important expression. Take it in a box. Most important one. Next, उसके बाद लिखो. Next point. When open end of the quill tube is vertically upwards, when open end of the quill tube is vertically upwards, the length of the air column trapped is L1. The length of the air column trapped is L1.
Sir, repeat.
When open end of the quill tube is vertically upwards, when open end of the quill tube is vertically upwards, the length of the air column trapped is L1, small L1. The length of the air column trapped is L1. Full stop. When open end of the quill tube is vertically downwards, when open end of the quill tube is vertically downwards, The length of the air column trapped is L2. The length of the air column trapped is L2. Full stop. If small h is height of the mercury column, if small h is height of the mercury column, find value of atmospheric pressure. Find value of atmospheric pressure. Start from here onwards. I want h. Therefore, capital H is equal to small h into L2 plus L1 by L2 minus L1. अरे ये कैसे आए रे? ये कॉम्पोनेंडो डिविडेंडो रे, कॉम्पोनेंडो एंड डिविडेंडो. कॉम्पोनेंडो डिविडेंडो बोले तो क्या है रे? a बाई बी इज इक्वल टू, अगर c बाई डी है तो a प्लस बी बाई ए माइनस बी इज इक्वल टू c प्लस डी बाई सी माइनस डी. फिजिक्स के लिए थोड़ा मैथमेटिक्स का जरूरत कंपलसरी है. कंपोनेंट और डिविडेंडो में क्या करते हैं, कभी भी किधर भी आपको a प्लस बी इंटू ए माइनस बी आए तो कंपलसरी कंपोनेंट और डिविडेंडो करना रहे. इसको कंपोनेंट और डिविडेंडो किए तो क्या होता है एक बार देखो. h प्लस h प्लस h माइनस h, h प्लस h minus h minus h is equal to L2 plus L1 by L2 minus L1. This is minus h is cancelled. 2 capital H, h small h minus capital H plus small h, minus h capital plus h is cancelled. H plus h 2h you are getting is equal to L2 plus L1 by L2 minus L1. 2 is also cancelled. So therefore h by h is equal to L2 plus L1 by L2 minus L1. अरे मैं और एक बार ये बताने के लिए जरूरत नहीं है. कभी भी a प्लस बी बाई ए माइनस बी है तो डायरेक्टली a बाई बी लिखो, इसको ऐड करो, इसको सब्ट्रैक्ट करो बस. a प्लस बी बाई ए माइनस बी को कंपोनेंट और डिविडेंडो किए तो हमको a बाई बी आते, a बाई बी आते, a बाई बी. इधर भी वही करो, L2 plus L1 by L2 minus L1. So you want the value of capital H. So therefore this implies capital H is equal to small h into L2 plus L1 by L2 minus L1. This is. ये स्टेप के बाद क्या किया मैंने, कंपोनेंट और डिविडेंडो किया. What is meant by componendo and dividendo, which we will use in solving the problems. If a by b is equal to c by d, then we can write a plus b by a minus b is equal to c plus d by c minus d. You can get its value very easily. Whichever quantity you want, you can calculate. Shall I repeat, my dear students? Next, motion of the bubble in a lake. In a lake or water tank or anywhere you can take, right? Motion of the bubble in a lake or water tank, anything, right? इधर एक बबुल है रही, इधर एक बबुल है. The bubble is moving up. When bubble moves up, when it reaches to the top, will its size increases or decreases? जल्दी बोलना है.
Increases.
क्यों increase होता size? Why size is increases? Because pressure is decreasing. Here pressure is maximum. Here pressure is maximum. When it moves at here, only this much height of the air column, water column only you have to take. Water column length is decreased, height is decreased. Therefore, here pressure is less. Here, what is the pressure at bottom, right? Pressure at bottom is equal to H plus H. This is the pressure at the bottom. What is the pressure at top? Pressure at top is only atmospheric pressure only. You don't get other than that. समझ में आया ना? Pressure at bottom, B stands for bottom. Pressure at bottom is H plus H because it will be atmospheric pressure also plus pressure due to the liquid column also. The liquid also will apply some pressure on this. Okay na? So you know that at constant temperature the product of PV is constant. So pressure at bottom, volume at bottom is equal to pressure at top, volume at the top. Pressure at top, volume at top. Pressure at bottom is equal to H plus H. Volume at the bottom, let it as V. When it rises up, its volume say increases n times that of its initial volume. So pressure at top is only atmospheric pressure and volume I am taking it as NV. This V and V is cancelled. H plus H is equal to H into N. You send it to that side. Therefore, the H of N minus 1 you will get. Where H is gives the depth of the water column. Write down. Find the depth of the water column. Find the depth of the water column. Find the depth of the water column when volume of the bubble increases n times, when volume of the bubble increases to n times,
Sir,
when volume of the bubble increases to n times, when it reaches from bottom to the top.
Sir,
हाँ बोलो ना.
can you repeat again?
Find the depth of the water column. Find the depth of the water column when volume of the bubble increases. When volume of the bubble increases. When volume of the bubble increases n times. When volume of the bubble increases n times, when it reaches from bottom to the top of the lake. When it reaches to the bottom to the top of the lake. So this is a bubble of volume V at the bottom of the tank or bottom of the lake. When it reaches to the top, its volume is becoming n times that of the volume. Here volume may increase by 2 times, 3 times, 5 times, n times, 20 times also. Then what is the depth of this water column? This is my question. You know that at constant temperature, PV is equal to constant pressure at bottom, volume at bottom is equal to pressure at top, P for top, B for bottom. Pressure at bottom is equal to, because here it is a closed surface, atmospheric pressure plus pressure due to this liquid column. Volume here is V. Here volume is NV. Here top में pressure कितने रहते हैं? Atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure is denoted with H. Capital H centimeter of Hg. ये VV cancel हो गया. HL, this H you send it to other side becomes minus. Take capital H is common, n minus 1 you will get. For example, if the volume of the bubble is doubled, when it reaches to the bottom to the top of the lake, then from what depth it is rising up? This is water. Atmospheric pressure in terms of water is 10 meter of water. This is 2, this is 1. Therefore, it has to move from 10 meter depth. Suppose if a bubble rises up from a depth of 10 meter in the water column, then its volume is doubled. Next, इसमें ही second. Find the depth of the water column. Find the depth of the water column. Find the depth of the water column when radius of the bubble increases n times that of its bottom, find depth of the water column when radius of the bubble becomes n times n small n times that of its bottom, n times that of its bottom. Let the radius here is r, here radius is becoming say nr. Again take the diagram. Pressure bottom, volume bottom is equal to pressure top, volume top. Volume is equal to 4/3 pi. Here radius I have taken as r cube. Pressure at top is atmospheric pressure. Volume is equal to 4/3 pi. That radius is raised by n times n cube. 4/3 pi is cancelled. This h plus h r cube is equal to h into n cube r cube. This r cube is also cancelled. Small h is equal to capital H n cube minus capital H. Take capital H common, n cube minus 1. This is the depth of the water column it is.
Sir, repeat again.
Suppose if volume here, what is the volume? Let us assume that radius of the bubble here is smaller. Radius of the bubble here is nr. If radius of the bubble becomes n times that of its bottom, then through what depth it is rising? Same. Pressure PV at bottom, PV at the top must be equal. Pressure at the bottom is H plus H. Volume at the bottom, it is a spherical in shape, volume is this much. Here also spherical in shape, volume is this much. Just only calculation part. Mean, if the same
So that is
question is
what-
given, what?
So 4/3 is the volume of the sphere.
Yeah, no, madam. Volume of this sphere is 4/3 pi r cube. Volume of this sphere is 4/3 pi r cube. लिखो किधर भी आपको समझ में नहीं आए तो आपको मालूम नहीं है तो किधर भी लिखना है आप लोग. Volume of this sphere 4/3 pi r cube, where r is radius of the sphere. Suppose if the same question is given, from what depth and a water bubble has to rise up so that its radius is doubled, mean n is 2 times, h is 10 meter, this is 2 cube minus 1, 10 into 2 cube mean 8 minus 1, that is equal to 70 meter of water. Mean if an air bubble rises up from a depth of 70 meter, on rising the top, its radius is doubled. To make the radius double, it has to move from a depth of 70 meter. This is the question which is given many times in the different competitive exams. From what depth an air bubble should rise up from the bottom of the lake so that its radius is doubled on reaching the top. This is our formula. H is atmospheric pressure, but it is rising in the water. Therefore, water ka le le. The value of atmospheric pressure in terms of water is 10 meter. मैंने बोला n is equal to 2 times 2 cube mean 8, 8 minus 1 means 7, 7 into 10 means 70. Mean the bubble has to rise from a depth of 70 meter in order to increase its radius by n times on reaching the top, or in order to increase its radius by 2 times on reaching the top. समझ में आया नहीं आया? Any doubt is there, my dear
Yes, sir.
students?
No, sir.
Now 11:25, another 5 minutes is there. Shall I rub it, my dear students?
Yes.
No, sir. No, sir.
लिखो लिखो. किसी को कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आया, whatever I am final conclusion I am writing in the box, you need to remember it. नहीं तो ना आप वैसे डेरिवाइव करना है, एग्जाम में वैसे डेरिवाइव करके बैठे तो आपको टाइम नहीं निकल जाते. एक दो बार वैसे करना है, उसके बाद फाइनल एक्सप्रेशन रिमेंबर करना है. You need to remember this expression, my dear students. अभी आज क्या क्या हो गया? बॉयल्स लॉ हो गया, क्विल ट्यूब हो गया, and applications of Boyle's law, motion of the bubble in the lake or tank, that is also over. Shall I repeat? Next to Charles laws. You can take Charles' first law and Charles' second law. What is Charles' first law?
Volume is directly proportional to temperature.
अरे आप लोगों ने सुना ही है? I haven't seen that it is disconnected. Charles' law. What is Charles' law? At constant pressure, volume of the given mass of gas is directly proportional to its absolute temperature. Volume of the given mass of gas is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. Therefore, V by T is equal to constant, or you can write V1 by T1 is equal to V2 by T2. Any doubt at here, my dear students? Charles' second law or Charles' law at constant volume. At constant volume, pressure of the given mass of gas is directly proportional to absolute temperature. This is also called Gay-Lussac law. You know that. It is also called Gay-Lussac law. Charles' second law is also called as Gay-Lussac law. At constant volume, pressure of the given mass of gas is directly proportional to absolute temperature, or P by T is equal to constant. P by T is equal to constant, or P1 by T1 is equal to P2 by T2. So you studied all these laws even in chemistry also, my dear students. This is Charles' first law, or Charles' law at constant pressure. This is Charles' law at constant volume. All of you written, my dear students? Okay, my dear students, now the time is 11:30. So if I take much more time, you can't get the proper break. So let me stop today's class at here, my dear students. Tomorrow again, first class is physics and second class is biology. Bye, my dear students. Have a nice day. जो कुछ भी डाउट्स है कल क्लियर करेंगे. Bye, my dear students.